When you think of zombies, what comes to mind? Do you think of TV shows like The Walking Dead, or maybe you think of movies like Zombieland? Either way, they're both committed to showing the gruesome effects of a disastrous plague. No one knows whether or not this future will occur, but scientists have found that it is possible. There are many theories on how this catastrophic event could take place. The first theory has to do with bath salts. Bath salts have been proven to make people aggressive, and it does make your brain slowly deteriorate. Bath salts can make you go cannibalistic with one use. For this theory, I am going to tell you a true story that has made the news. Most people have heard of this story, but I'm going to tell you. A man named Rudy Eugene ate a man named Ronald Popoa. Eugene gouged out both of Popoa's eyes and choked him until he was unconscious. I'm pretty sure you can imagine what happened next. Eugene ate Popoa's beard to the hairline, including one eye and his nose. This attack lasted 18 minutes. A police officer ordered him to stop, but Eugene just growled and continued. Then, the officer shot him with a powerful pistol round in his upper back. Eugene was not affected, so the officer shot him 4 more times, which eventually killed him. Many people blame the situation on bath salts, but the autopsy clearly shows that this drug was not in his system. Some theorists think that the government immediately covered up the story because the government has created a drug or virus which will cause a cannibalistic behavior in anyone. So, is the government with us or against us? Are you ready for theory number 2? It has to do with parasites. Now, I'm not talking about worms or parasites that eat you alive. This parasite is weird because it takes over minds. If you were to ask me, this is a brilliant organism. The particular parasite that I am talking about is called Toxoplasmosis gondii. This parasite mostly infects rats, but it can only breed in the intestines of cats. This parasite is smart enough to realize that it needs to get inside the cat so it controls the rat. It makes the rat commit suicide by surrendering itself to the cat. Then it reproduces and the cycle continues. I know what you're thinking. What does a rat have to do with the zombie apocalypse? Well, scientists have confirmed that about 1/3 of the total human population has this parasite. Its name, again, is Toxoplasmosis gondii. They have also confirmed that the people who have this parasite see a change in their personality and they have a higher chance of going insane, but it is mostly harmless. Humans and rats aren't all that different. If you only look at their brains, they're almost the same. We test our products on rats for that very reason. If Toxoplasmosis gondii evolves just enough, it can control us. It can make us surrender ourselves to other living organisms. You might be thinking that we have weapons to kill these infected people. But what if an infected person has a weapon? Neurotoxins can cause a zombie apocalypse. We are going to talk about fugu, a Japanese blowfish. If you've ever seen Finding Nemo, I'm sure you know what this fish is. As most people know, blowfish have a poison. If stung, it can slow your bodily functions down. The victims of this fish can act as if they are under the effects of a drug like alkaloid. The effect is a trance-like state with no memory. They are able to perform simple tasks like eating, sleeping, moaning, and shambling around with their arms stretched out. Can this actually result in a zombie apocalypse? It can, and does. Have you ever wondered where the word zombie comes from? It comes from Haiti because this neurotoxin controlled people in Haiti, and they decided that the term zombie was appropriate. Let me tell you a quick little story. The story begins with a Haitian guy named Clairvius Narcisse. He was declared dead by 2 doctors in Lourdes in 1962, but he wasn't actually dead. 18 years later, they found him wandering around the village like a mindless animal. They found out that the local voodoo priest discovered how to use naturally occurring chemicals to zombify people. These priests would then put these zombies to work on sugar plantations. So neurotoxins can make you become working zombies. But even if some evil genius intentionally distributed alkaloid toxins to a population to turn them into a shambling, mindless horde, there is no way to make these zombies aggressive or cannibalistic. Well, as far as we know. Now that you know several theories, you can expect some kind of disaster to happen. So, the next time you watch the latest zombie movie, think of this presentation. Think of all the things that could possibly happen to you, me, or even more important, to the world.